Hey guys, this is Kaycee Lai, CEO and founder of Promethium, and today we're going to talk about my favorite subject, or one of my many favorite subjects, and that is data virtualization. So many people have known that Promethium is a leader in data virtualization and what you can use data virtualization for in terms of being able to query different data sources without moving the data, doing federated queries, all that wonderful stuff. But one of the challenges with data virtualization is you actually have to set up your data virtualization engine. In this case, we're using Presto, as people know, and so it's not trivial to actually stand up and manage your own Presto cluster, deal with rebalancing, deal with restarting, all that fun stuff. And so a lot of customers have actually shied away from data virtualization, or they tried it and they just gave up. And so in Prometheus, we want to actually show you how easy it is to actually spin up a Presto cluster from scratch. So in this video, we're going to take a look at a scenario where normally you just have two different data sources here, Oracle and Postgres, and we're going to show you that hey, when you need to, you can actually easily join and combine them without having to do any special work, and the data virtualization will automatically kick in. So as you can see here, I only have two different data sources, Oracle and Postgres. And so if I try to join them, I wouldn't be able to do that, right? Because it'll actually make me select Oracle or Postgres. So if I selected Oracle, for example, the only tables I can actually pick are going to be Oracle tables. Big surprise, right? And same thing if I selected Postgres here and I tried to select a table to join, the only thing I have are going to be Postgres tables. So it's actually physically impossible for you to join two tables from two different sources as the way it should be. However, what you can do with Promethium here is you can go into our cluster management page and you can actually create and spin up a brand new cluster. So let's actually call this Promethium. And the cluster size, I'm going to select the free one here that we can use with the idle shutdown of 5 minutes just for demo purposes. And so this is now going to create a Presto cluster from scratch in the cloud, in a customer's VPC, or in our private or public cloud as well. So you have many options, but it's going through all the work of actually standing up a Presto cluster, the series of microservices that we're actually launching. And so now you actually see it's starting to run, but it's got no catalogs. Catalogs is sort of the Presto term for basically data sources you're adding to it. And so we just have to add the data sources here, right? And so the available catalogs, available data sources just happen to be these two. So once we add this registers the data sources with Presto, so that way Presto knows these are two data sources I can actually query. And because of the virtualization layer, Presto now can actually query data by actually combining the data sources from these two. So that's what this is doing. So you can see in a few minutes, I've actually got a Presto cluster up and running. Let's test it out. So let's come here now, and let's say I do want to actually join. And now you notice you've got a third option. Before it was just Oracle and Postgres, now you have this third one called Promethium. And so let's take a look, shall we? So I'm going to go ahead and select a table here. Let's look for subscription. Okay, and let's see, I'm going to take a look at this one to make sure it works. So I'm going to preview it. Okay, so this one doesn't work. Let's try another one. All right, looks like this is the right one we want to pick, and we're going to go ahead and join. I could, well, yeah, sure, why not? Let's pick everything. And let's go ahead and join this to a table in Oracle. Let's look for revenue, and it looks like I have this one. I don't think that's the one I want, so maybe I'm going to look for a different one. Okay, I think this is the one I want. And let's just make sure that this is a proper table. Okay, looks like a query is all right. So go ahead, I'm going to join it. And now, a moment of truth. Let's see if we can actually join these two tables without doing any ETL. So I'm going to go ahead and select the columns. I'm going to hit run. And so now you're actually using Presto to actually extract the query execution so that it's not done on Postgres, it's not done on Oracle. It's going to take the load off of those data sources and actually run it on Presto. So now you can see that it actually completed. Right now, this is a very, very tiny Presto cluster, as you guys saw. It's free. It's meant to be small. This is meant to for demo purposes, just to show that. But what you can also see, in addition to the query actually running here, is you can see that by turning this on, you actually also now have an IDE where you can write one SQL syntax to go against these two different data sources. So you don't have to learn a different syntax for Oracle, different syntax for Postgres, etc. So this actually gives you a nice way to virtualize the SQL syntax as well as virtualize the query. And from here, you can go ahead and save this, right? And you can publish this so that you can visualize this later on in a third-party BI tool, right? This is what it allows you to do. Or you can publish it as a materialized view. But the key here is how easy was that? I went from not being able to query two tables from two different sources to, in a few minutes, standing up a Presto cluster from scratch, registering catalogs, rebalancing it, and instantly being able to query, do federated queries where I can get insights across two different sources. So that is actually the power of this on-demand data virtualization capability where customers have to do zero infrastructure work whatsoever, right? As you can see, super easy, super fast, and painless and seamless to actually manage. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please come to our website at www.promethium.ai. Thank you.